Hello, my name is Abigail. On this channel, I talk about books and things that I'm passionate about. And this month, that happens to be putting up 31 videos in 31 days. Forgive me, forgive my appearance. If it looks like I'm looking a little rough, it's because I am, because I just got back from a very long day at work, which feels like partially a conclusion to a very long week and partially a beginning of a very long week. One Bad Night is a Aardvark exclusive. It is a collection of stories from a selection of popular horror authors: Kay Cronister, Del Sandrin, Kylie Lee Baker, Rachel Harrison, CJ Lead, Jennifer Thorne, S.A. Barnes, and Stephen Graham Jones. And I individually read these stories one a day for 8 days, and I am now prepared to send you back into time to when I began reading this book and give you my thoughts story by story. I just finished the first story. It's called Two Observers of the Slaughter Rites on Gannet Island. And the description is: an anthropologist and his wife travel to the remote Gannet Island to observe mysterious yearly ritual. And essentially, these people keep like cow-like creatures for about a year, and then they slaughter them. At least that's what the rumor is. And as we go through it, it's only like 35 pages. As we go through it, it's kind of hard not to spoil. So the husband has his way of going about getting information, and the wife has her way. And the way that it leaves off is like, yeah, it's predictable, but like pretty good. This one is by Kay Cronister. 3 stars. 3.5 stars. I just finished the second story in One Bad Night, and it says, in my Lithopedia, a woman learns she had an unborn twin sister extracted as a stone baby during her late mother's autopsy. She decides to keep it. The story was so completely unsettling. Like, I didn't think I was really bothered very often by things like this. And like, the thing is this is technically, I'm not sure I would classify it as body horror, but it's like stone baby body horror, and like it disturbed me. Like, in the book, they mention scratching sounds, and I was hearing like scratching, and I'm like, I was totally creeped out. I gave this one a 4 star. I The idea, I'm not sure if it's the fact that it was like a stone baby, or the fact that it was this woman's twin, or the fact that she didn't discover it until her mother passed away. But like, the idea that you can, I mean, in theory, when you look in a mirror, you're looking at a reflection of yourself, a mirror image of yourself. And that's kind of what a twin is. And so every time she's looking in a mirror, she's seeing her twin as she would be if she didn't die in the womb. And this is, I don't know. This did something to me, and I didn't like it. So I'm excited to be done with it so that we can move on to the third one, and hopefully it's less unsettling. Listen, I want to be scared. I want to be unsettled, but this was just, I don't know. I liked it, 4 stars, but I hated it. So I finished the third story, which is called Lady Jawbone, and in it, the main character is essentially forced against her will to make matches, and the phosphorus is slowly poisoning them. They're glowing, rats are glowing, not rats are glowing, and then this strange person comes in. And she says they're from the other place because they're basically like trapped forever, ever. And hold on. And her and her brother can't leave. But like, there's not really a rhyme or reason for this. They just kind of exist in this place where they can't leave. And then this girl comes and says that all she has to do to leave is do something crazy. So, anyways, this one's a 2-star for me. I didn't really care for this one. I'm hoping the next one is better because I really enjoyed the first or the second one a lot. So, next one tomorrow night is Rachel Harrison. So, I'm excited about that. I do like Rachel Harrison. I do like me a good Rachel Harrison story. I just finished the 4th story in One Bad Night and Other Stories. This one was by Rachel Harrison. This is the one I was most looking forward to, and it is simultaneously my favorite and least favorite that I've read so far. Least favorite because I could have read an entire book with this. I really, really enjoyed the premise. I easily would have read double or triple the book. So let me tell you what it's about. It says, in Necromancer's Guide to Reconnecting with an Ex, the ghost of Roxanne's rock and roll ex asks her to resurrect him, forcing her to confront what it means to truly let go. And I mean, when I tell you I could have read a 300-page novel with this premise, I mean, Rachel Harrison, can you expand? Like, I would have read, even if it was just like a bunch of short stories in this world where Roxanne is the main character and she is interacting with multiple ghosts, I would have had a great time. But to add to their one liner about this, basically, Roxanne, she is a necromancer, and in necromancy, she can talk to the dead, she can hear the dead, and she also has the ability to wake them up. But she made a promise that she wouldn't, so that's at least good, because I was like, oh dear, this is giving Pet Cemetery. I will say that the ending sucked, not because it was a short ending, which I when I tell you I could have read more, I mean, I was disappointed. It flew by. I just feel like the ending was a little ambiguous. I finished Red Tide, which is by CJ Lead. I've never read from CJ Lead before. Is that right? Did I say that right? CJ Lead. That looks like the correct pronunciation. I read this book or this story, and I'm not sure how I feel. I do believe that I'm inclined to believe that that is what's going on with this cover here. I mean, granted, I do have 3 more left to go. It was all right. I mean, I found myself just kind of like impatiently waiting for the conclusion of this, and it wasn't my favorite story that I've read so far. I think if I had to, Rachel Harrison story was my favorite, but this one was fine. Like, the intrigue was there. So let me read you the little one-liner that they've got here. In Red Tide, a woman running from her past finds work at a small-town aquarium where she encounters the specter fish, a carnivorous mer creature of local lore. So, the thing that she's encountering, well, I can't really, if I tell you how she encounters it, that's a spoiler. And that's basically the entirety of the book, so, or the entirety of the story, because it's, I think this one was the shortest one. It started on 119 and ended on 146, so it wasn't even a full 30 pages. So I'm inclined to believe, oh hey, let's focus on me. Oh, there we go. I'm inclined to believe that that would be a spoiler. Anyways, I think it was fine. It was fine. The fish were cool. I like books about fish, I think. I like oceany things. And that's a damn good thing too, because I just bought 2 new ones. Anyways, check out my eyes for today. Yep, that's right, jack-o'-lanterns, but it's slipping. Anyways, I need to take this off. I need to get in bed, but that was story 5 from One Bad Night. I'm having a really good time. I think that anthologies and like short story collections, my favorite way to read it is one at a time, because they're always disjointed, because it's a collection. It's not a consistent theme throughout. So like all of them don't contain specterfish. They're not all ocean related. So it doesn't really make sense to read them straight like this. It really does, make sense to read them like one at a time. And I think that with this being 8, it is perfect for me to go Sunday to Sunday, and that's exactly what I've done so far. I've read one every single night, and I'm having a good time. I finished the 6th story and I hated it. Well, let me tell you why. So, let me give you the one-liner first. This one is called 47 Pineway. In 47 Pineway, an anxious mother drops off her son at his first sleepover, but the next morning, the house where she left him has disappeared. This is like a mother's worst nightmare. 0 out of 10 would not recommend. Hated it so much, but I hated it in the way that like it was actually good because it was chilling because what the fuck? Like there we go. I hated it. I hated it so much, but it was chilling. I hated it because it scared me because it's a mother's worst nightmare. It's obvious that she's having these anxieties about dropping him off and like how he's going to fare at the sleepover, but like you can't have prepared for the fact that your kid's literally not going to come home and nobody remembers him. It's fucking terrifying. So I'm waffling between a 3 and a 4 for that one. 3 because it bothered me, and 4 because it bothered me. And so I don't know where to land, but I'm thinking probably 4 stars feels fitting for this one. I just finished the second to last story in One Bad Night. This one was called A Meditation on the Existence of Certain Cutlery, There Is No Spoon. And the one-liner for this is, in a meditation on existence of certain cutlery, there is no spoon. Commander Yana Fields is on the covert mission to the lunar South Pole, or is she? And this one is also truly terrifying. It takes place in space, and we start the mission kind of filling in gaps. Like where we start, the mission has already started, and we're just sort of filling in gaps and trying to understand what's happening. And then something goes wrong, and then like we change, everything changes, and this is terrifying to me because what if it really all is just like a simulation? Like what if life is a simulation? And I think that this book, or this story I should say, explored the concept of what if we're all in a simulation in a very unique way, one that I haven't experienced. And maybe that's because I don't typically read a lot of simulation stories, but I enjoyed it. It's raining pretty bad outside, but I finished the last story in One Bad Night. This one was by Stephen Graham Jones. I believe this is my first time reading something from Stephen Graham Jones. And the tagline of this one is called In One Bad Night. In one bad night, Steck, an aging, lonely man, becomes fixated on a sinister green parrot after it seems to predict the death of his beloved dog. But as you read it, you start to see that there's like a correlation because both his dad and his dog are dying. And this is less horror, more sad. This was sad to me. I can't help but put myself in the position of our main character, Steck, because I have a very old boy right here. Now he's not anywhere close to death, I hope. But my very old kitty right here, he's maybe 9, I think. Is he not white? Are you old? Are you my grumpy old man? But either way, my point really is that I wasn't really horrified. I was sad. And also, being that this is my first time reading as Stephen Graham Jones, I'm not sure I liked it. Can I say something really unpopular? I don't know if I liked it. Am I going to hell? Am I going to get arrested? Well, that's it. This is my sort of review. I'm giving it a 4-star. I enjoyed it. I'm really surprised that I enjoyed it. I'm usually not one for a short form horror because I usually find that I wish that I had more to it. And I did find that to be the case for several of these books. But overall, there was nothing that was terrible to me. I think I had like 1 2-star and the rest were 3 or 4. and I think that the good outweighed the bad, and so I gave it a 4 star. I do think that's probably a little generous. I think it would probably be a 3.5 if I was rating on half star ratings, but I think that this is a good collection. It does have something for everyone, and I will say that while I was reading this, there were a few authors that I was already somewhat familiar with, but I found a couple more that I will be pleased to pick up more things by. Specifically, I liked CJ Leeds' book quite a bit, and I think that I also like Kay Chronister. I can't remember which one. At this point, I don't know for sure, but I know that I loved Rachel Harrison, and I'm not sure that I like Stephen Graham Jones. So don't shoot me, don't send me to jail. But that's One Bad Night, and I didn't think it was one bad collection. I am interested to see what else Aardvark puts out. If I had been more intentional about reading this, I would have sort of used it as a countdown to Halloween. I had a different plan to sort of count down for Halloween, but I very quickly abandoned that. I don't know if I'm going to come back to it. So this will serve as today's video. I hope that you enjoyed it. And if you did, please let me know in the comments down below. Also, did you pick up One Bad Night? Do you intend to pick up One Bad Night? Which of these authors do you plan on reading from? Do you have a suggestion for me of a specific book from any of these authors? Let me know all the things in the comments down below. And with that, I will see you tomorrow.